The joy of the creation tree. Hello there. If you ever had a passing interest in this channel, you may or may not have noticed that I disappeared for a while. The truth is, I went a bit quiet while I focused on securing a full-time job. I'm happy to say that I landed a video editing role that includes motion design, some sound design, and even a touch of music scoring. I feel incredibly fortunate to be here, though Lord knows getting to this point was very much an uphill battle. Now that I've had some time to recalibrate, it feels like my nervous system has finally had a chance to heal. Realising that I no longer have to constantly quote-unquote hustle for paid creative work has brought a profound sense of relief, one that's hard to put into words. At the same time, that relief has given way to an inevitable question of, what now? The pendulum swings back, as it always does. So with that being said, I thought it was time to go forth and leap back into the unknown, the tantalising darkness, if you will, to release my creations and rambles for the YouTube verse. With this video, I wanted to talk about the creative process and how one can liken it to a tree. Now, on a more esoteric level, people might link this so-called manifestation process to something like the Kabbalistic tree of life. But in this instance, I want to talk only of a simple, humble tree and draw a picture in your mind. The act of creation is something I feel we can run the risk of convoluting at times, especially as we get older and have old scars and negative baggage to contend with. However, when I reflect on my past creations, music in particular, which caused genuine interest within the communities I was associated with, it was from a place where the creation in question started at the root of this so-called tree. What I mean by the root is that the intended outcome of my creation's aesthetic was to be unlike anything which had already been established, although still working within a particular framework. The objective would be to synthesize a new form, a unique style, a genre unto itself, if you will. I've always found it difficult to consciously participate in musical genres. Doing so often feels like producing simulacra, echoes rather than true expressions. And that act itself seems symbolic, a sign of standing outside the genre, seeking acceptance, while the genre has already moved past its golden phase. To me, a genre's authenticity is fleeting, its core burns briefly, even as its husk can linger for decades. I think the most exciting and vital creations emerge when they restructure the signs, symbols, and language around them, feeling at once unfamiliar, yet strangely recognizable. They tap into something universal and unconscious, while still managing to challenge the status quo. Over time, if this kind of work endures and begins to proliferate through imitation and reproduction, its aesthetic is inevitably co-opted. At that point, it's ready to take its place among the leaves of the tree, if it hasn't already. When we speak of this imaginary tree of creation, what do the leaves represent? To me, they symbolize everything that already surrounds us. Social norms, dominant aesthetics, and cultural artifacts. Over time, I've come to realize that creating with real impact by starting at the leaves is futile. The moment you try to add to the foliage, you're overwhelmed by what's already there. You're drowned out by the voices of others trying to bloom. Beginning at the roots, in the darkness, synthesizing, merging, and creating from a place that is unapologetically yourself is not only the key to making work that turns heads, but is also part and parcel of a deeper pursuit of self-knowledge. Now, one may ask, starting at the root of creation and trying to assemble things in a new and unique way, what's the point? Many people live and die within cultures and traditions that predate them and continue long after they're gone. There is real value in this, and I don't mean to diminish the importance of tradition in any way, but I can only speak from my own experience and for those who feel similarly. From an emotional standpoint, aligning oneself with an established tradition or in-group can offer a sense of security, even moments of elation. But to walk alone at the frontier of oneself, creating from soul and spirit, this to me is the path of true joy and genuinely feeling alive. Anyway, thank you for indulging my monologue. Cheerio, 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 cheerio.